What is that? What is that? Oh, I did not like that. I did not like that at all. Hello everyone, welcome back to Lara Croft, the Tomb Raider. In the last part, we made our way through the rest of the previous level involving Midas's hand. Lara Croft turned into gold and increasing the currency of herself, I guess. I mean, she's already a rich bastard, so I don't think turning her to gold is going to change much. And then we went through the water temple, which was basically the water temple from Ocarina of Time, with how we decreased and increased the level of water within this main chamber. And now we're finishing off that area, because apparently there is a secret we can get, which involves me turning the fuck around, and actually going back through the door we came before, because apparently there is a secret in this balcony area. If I turn right here, you see this wall? We can push this. How I was meant to know that, I have no idea. But it is a slightly different shade to the rest of the wall. Okay, that explains it then. So I've got a fun story to start this episode with. I went yesterday to my local job centre because I was given the opportunity to speak to someone there about a potential job that would just provide me some income for the next couple of months, just so I'm not, you know, I'm making some manner of money without having to rely on other people, which I don't want to do as much. Oh wow. I didn't even need to grab the ledge. According to the guide there, I had to grab the ledge, but I didn't even do that. And it wasn't the most informative of meetings, unfortunately. I went there to kind of work out if I can even get a job in the first place, and apparently I can, but it would be extremely difficult because I'm not on benefits. If you're not in the UK, to explain what that system is, basically, if you reach a certain criteria, usually if you don't have if you have below a certain amount of money, have some manner of disability, I believe, usually you'd get some manner of benefits in terms of making it easier for you to get a job. I am not in that system, so because of that, I'm unable to get a job that I had signed up for, or it would have been very hard to get the people to hire me. Basically, when you think of a job, you think about, like, kind of, as an employer, you're looking for someone who is going to be faithful to your job centre, or your job, is going to stay around for a while. And the difficulty I had of that is, well, Jesus Christ, Lara. Difficulty I had of that is, my job I had before this all went down is I was a technician at a local science park where I live. It was great experience, really useful. But this sort of job area is slowly coming out of fashion, and is becoming increasingly harder to get experience in because of that, especially in terms of actually getting paid. Most of the time when it comes to technician work now, it is volunteering or as a part of an internship, which you do get paid for, but not all the time. So it was never going to be a permanent job for me, but that's kind of the idea, is you go from being a technician to something else, being a research associate or doing a PhD, which was my plan, was to do that while I was at this job place. But due to circumstances, the job place I worked for, the science park I worked for, was closed down, and basically I was put into a situation where, I don't have a steady source of income anymore. Okay, I'm going to have to work out what to do next! Fuck my life! Good dogs, Lara Croft. Okay. Oh! So basically I've been looking for, like, office work. Work that I can do and also focus on other things, mainly looking for PhD applications. And the issue is, with doing that, is, again, there's the whole faith aspect of an employer. They want to know that you're going to be staying there and don't intend to leave anytime soon. That's why it's called a permanent contract, because they expect you to be permanent there until like 4 to 5 years down the line when you're basically allowed to leave. So basically, my CV showed I was going to go into PhD work. So every single application I have applied for over the last couple of months has been refused because of that lack of faith that I'll stay for a long period of time, which in my opinion is very silly. To a certain extent I understand it, but I feel like, if anything else, experience should be the most important part of a job. If you're looking for employment and have just come out of university or college or school, fuck off then. Lara! Am I even hitting them right now? I am. Oh, perfect. They have to get... Yes, Lara! They can't even get over to me right now because how good she is at shooting the gun. So yeah, I'm a bit of a sticky pickle right now because I can't get good job time and a well-paying job because I'm not going to stay forever, basically. So I need to work out what to do. Probably the best chance I'm gonna get is something short-term, like a short-term contract, maybe like part-time work, but that is also very difficult to look for because if it's part-time work, they usually expect someone to have a vast amount of experience in the topic area, which can prove to be difficult to do because I have a lot of experience in a very specific field, and thus, if you were to choose between two applicants, a person who, you know, had lab experience or a person who can answer calls pretty well, who would you go for? Probably the person who can answer calls pretty well. So it's a tricky pickle. It's a bad situation. But like the good news is I am not in a rush. I don't need to be in a rush because I'm still getting severance pay, which is great, and I am under contract still to still be paid for the foreseeable future, which is like great. You don't have to work, Flower. That's wonderful. I don't like doing nothing. I want to try and get on board as fast as possible, but to do that, I need to get back onto another contract so that I can stop having to worry about everything. So yeah, that's kind of the situation I'm in right now. In terms of like my mental state, I'm pretty good, chat. Like I've had some good therapy recently, and it has kept me kind of above ground for the most part. But yeah, and like it's a hard situation to kind of gauge because like I've done almost everything I can in my power to try and make this work, and it just has not borne fruit yet. So one of the things that I have started to do recently is finally do my driving test, because if I can do that and learn to drive, that is going to open up a lot more options for me. I was also thinking of maybe doing a pharmaceutical application, but the difficulty of that is it actually costs money to do that, and if you fail, you're going to pay for it again to even do the test. So I don't want to have to spend money to do this stuff, but it also might just be unavoidable at this point. It might just be the best course of action. So right now, I am just focusing on getting my theory test done. That'll be next week, and then I can kind of plan my steps from there. I'm not in a situation where I'm going to be homeless anytime soon, which is fine. I'm very happy about that. I have good support around me in real life. I have people who will support me financially for as long as I need, which is great. But the issue there is I don't want to keep having to force their hand. So I'm going to continue my work as best I can. And we'll see. In the foreseeable future, I'm hoping that... Okay, I need to push the block a bit more back. Something good will outcome of this work I've been putting in. But we shall have to see, right? But yeah, in case you're wondering, the state of the UK employment area, that's kind of a good argument for, because I think it's pretty fucked that I'm kind of locked behind this because of financial gates. Like, I'm kind of in a very weirdly awkward position in terms of parameters. But there you go. That's my spiel about that. Let's get back to Lara Croft, the Tomb Raider, shall we? To be fair, though, there's not really a whole lot going on right now. I'm just pulling boxes. But no, Tom, and actually Life comes out next week. In fact, I think that's the same day I take my theory test. So we'll see how that goes. I'm not too worried about failing that. Like, again, like, the worst thing I could do right now is allow the situation to get to me and start to affect me negatively, which it has done a little bit, but I've also kind of stood on top of that and realized this is going to be a hard process of me trying to work out what I need to do. So I will prepare myself for failure, but I'll also be like, I've put a lot of time into preparing for this test. We'll see how it goes. If I fail, I can always just do it again in like a month or so, depending on how long it takes to book it, because people mass book these things, chat. I didn't know about this, but the reason why there are so few applications when it comes to doing the theory test is because people mass book them. It's the same with the practical as well. People book so many just in case if they fail one, they can go into the other ones, which I feel like shouldn't be allowed. I know people are in situations where they can't control when and where they do something, I suppose, but also it just kind of fucks everyone else over. And you missed one secret here. Moving on to the next level. Ooh. I kind of wish you had like a little title card that showed up what level you were in. And I know the last level was called the Cistern because of the walkthrough I've been using, but I wasn't entirely too sure. You can't because it's not one of the water levels. Shit. Fuck. No, wait, no, she can. Oh no, game. Oh no. Why wasn't she pulling it then? Lara! We're gonna die, Lara, because of your inability to pull levers. Why couldn't she pull it? Okay, thank God there is actually a thing I can breathe in here, though. So, it isn't one of the levels that she can pull underwater, and yet I don't seem to be able to make any progress right now. So I'm a little bit confused, to say the least, to say for matters. Nope. Right. I couldn't even see that going down. Huh. That was so hard to even look at. There we go. I'm guessing that opened that other door, right? We're getting the true water experience right now. To be fair, we are going to Atlantis, and if there's one motif to follow with Atlantis, it is the fact there was water there. Ha ha! Okay, I should definitely save after pushing this lever. Or pulling it. Well, not pulling it, kind of moving it. Because on one hand you can say that's pushing it, but you can also say it's pulling it as well. I had a feeling there was going to be monsters in here. Monsters. It's a crocodile. Ah! A very easy to kill monster, it is worth noting. Compared to other things in here. Like, you'd think that the crocodile, with its like hardened scales, it would be quite hard to kill. But then you'd be wrong, I suppose. Lara, please. I can just smell this place and how it's textured. Like, Very wet moss. So, I mentioned I've been reading a bit. Lara, why didn't you do the fucking jump? Generally, why didn't you do it? Okay, that was less damage than I thought it was going to be. God, they're really shit, aren't they, the gators? In this game, they're really bad. Why are they so easy to kill? I was not expecting the crocodiles to be the easiest things to kill in this game. Even the wolves are harder, and they were the first enemies. I guess you can't kill them when you're underwater. But no, yeah, I've been doing some reading. It's been nice. Like I said, I've been catching up on... Fucking hell, Lara! She just decides to walk off. But, I'm not gonna do this today. Is this the episode where I struggle again? Because I was pretty good in the last 2 episodes, and now we're having an episode where I've just forgotten everything. It has been over a day since I last played this, so maybe that's taking it. Maybe I'm taking that into account right now. Like, well, you see, What is it? What seems to be the matter, Flower? Have you forgotten that you can walk? No, Lara! Fucking stop moving! He loves to move. Oh! Okay, be very careful here. Yeah, we want to go over here. I was wondering why this platform was here. That makes sense now. Right, bring the book up. Let's make this a new save. Oh, we're going to finally move off our first page of saves. And then jump. Not in the middle of the platform, apparently. No. Did it. Yeah, so I've been catching up with my One Piece manga. Up to Drum Island. I'm finally in Arlong Park, so almost at the end of season 1 of the live action. And then I'll be making my way into season 2 soon, which starts with Loketown. But that's been good. I've been enjoying that quite a bit. It's nice to see the kind of the story be told, see the original take of the story, and how they kind of change things for the live action version to, not to, detract from those scenes, but kind of do something a little bit different with them. What are we doing now? I'm not a big fan of this area, chat. I'm gonna say that now. I'm not a big fan of this place. Is it over there? Oh no, yeah, it is because okay, no, it is over here. But I got it. God, you take your sweet time going for the water, don't you, Lara? But alongside reading the One Piece manga, I have also been catching up with my Brandon Sanderson. I had read the first 2 Stormlight Archives books, which were great, really wonderful reads. It's kind of, doing something a little bit different with my life than just playing video games, and kind of, increasing my intellectual skills and reading skills. Which has been really good so far. I've enjoyed it a lot. But I wanted to read... Whoa! Fucking, we're in Space Mountain right now. Here we go. That was fun. You must have enjoyed that, Lara. So yeah, I've been reading the Mistborn books. Or at least the first Mistborn book. Mainly because I have heard good things about it, and it kind of paved the way for Stormlight Archive, which I enjoy immensely. I have enjoyed them. I found they were very similar kind of styles to how Brandon Sanderson writes his books. With this one, he very much enjoys a character having a weird ability and describing it in a very fun way. Like in Stormlight Archive, it's lashings. With a character being able to pull and push objects, and also use that to fly. And then with Mistborn, it's the Allomancy, which is very fun to read. He's very good at describing it in very engaging ways, And I enjoy me a selection of terms and having to remember each one and how they work within a world like this. It fills me with immense joy. I haven't been enjoying the Rebel plotline. I think I mentioned last episode actually about one of my favorite themes in the book is trust. Ah! John Man! John Man. He tried to kill me, but I was more powerful. It's a very bleak world. If you like your world's colorful, maybe this is not the book for you. Jesus Christ. How am I gonna get that then, game? Oh, there is like a gap. Okay, it doesn't go far enough to reach over here. Oh, lava. Fucking hell, lava. Of course you'd find some weird way to take down. I'm not gonna go back because I can just heal. I've got plenty of first aid kits. Let's use one of them. The characters are very good, and the structure of getting to find out more about Alamancy through the main character by meeting the other members of the gang is very good. I am getting close to the end of it though, and the heist that the book is talking about hasn't is not bearing its head yet. So I'm kind of like right now, are we gonna get the heist in the first book? It does say on the back there's the first part of the trilogy, so maybe that'll happen in the last part. There's also a chance the heist won't even happen, as there have been complications recently concerning it. But yeah, no, if you don't know, Mistborn is getting a movie from Apple Plus, which I will say, out of all the streaming services, I'm actually the most looking forward to this, because John Man, please stop shooting me, John Man. Because they also created Pluribus and Severance, which are also two of my favorite shows that came out in recent years. Is there just gonna be tons of traps here, game? But I'm not a big fan of that. Did John Man go through here? He must have. Okay, now I'm wary of more traps. No, but yeah, I got the first Mistborn book. Oh! Lars, stop T-posing, you idiot! I've got the first Mistborn book, and then I've got the Edge Dancer side story for Stormlight Archive. So I'm looking forward to getting into afterwards. And then I'll probably have a little break, and then get into the third Stormlight Archive book, which is, I believe, I forget what it's called. Oathbringer, that's what it is. But the first one's called Way of Kings, second one's called Words of Radiance. I do believe that the term Stormlight Archive is just a kind of a all-encompassing term for those series of books, because there's not really a better name for them. I mean, you can name it after the kingdom, I guess, but like... What am I doing in this room? Outside of nothing. And then that'll be a big jump. It's also going to require a bit of timing too with the guillotine. Okay, well, I also got to make the jump, so... That was good though. I got past the guillotine. Not that time, though. Fuck's sake. Well, I didn't take that much damage from it, so I could just heal it. But I need to not rely on the healing too much, just because I don't want to accidentally get through all of my healing quickly. Saving again. I don't trust you, game. I don't trust you. Well, that was uncalled for. Okay, so we want to turn around. No. Oh, fuck's sake, Lara! You tried to grab the leg and you failed! I don't know what to do, Flower. Maybe if I do this, then I'll survive. Yeah, you probably will survive. Okay, hold down A. Don't let go. Is there even anything over here? There better be. No, there is. There's a platform. There's a side view over here. It also makes me think this is the way the game wants me to go, considering that route leads to death. I love the lion motif here. It's very nice. Ah, and this will make water appear, right? I'm kind of sick of the water puzzles now, chat. I'm done with them. You've done your thing, game. You don't need to do any more. Is that filled with water now? I think it is. Whee! Okay, before we go on... Ah, no, we don't need to go on. It's right here. Wonderful. I was going to say, going back into that other room felt kind of, superfluous, because there wasn't any raised platforms. Ah! Get out of here, rat. You know, maybe next time we go into a submerged tomb, we bring an oxygen tanker versus lava. Just a thought. You know, just a regular thought. Okay, that was a weird camera angle. Okay, I can see an eye, but I don't know what it is I'm fighting. Okay, no, it's dead. Dead before I could even do anything. That's the way I like it. Oh, hello. I saw a monkey. But where was monkey? Okay, when I enter a chamber with a monkey in it, I know what to watch out for now then, I guess. Monkey. Monkeys! Monkeys! Fucking hell, they're so hard to kill. Why are they so hard to kill? Generally, game, what the fuck? They got more HP than a crocodile. That makes no sense. Okay, I need to stop using healing items. I don't like how many I'm using here. I've become reliant on them, which isn't good. Let's see if I can find a nice cheeky little shortcut while we're here. Or not a shortcut, a secret. Secret 1. Room with clock and pressure pads. Oh. There was apparently like a secret door in there. Which gives you a magnum clips and 2 boxes of shotgun shells. Okay, that isn't useful at this point. Okay, there is something here, but it's not a secret. Well, can I just jump from here? Why don't I need to use the little thing? Oh, lava. Oh, there are death spikes there, though. It is worth noting. But we don't care about death spikes because we're great. We're so... Stop saying stuff, for fuck's sake, Flower. You're just gonna... Stop it, Lara! I was trying to prove a point and you keep fucking me over! Oh, Lara, I barely tilted the joystick to the right and she was like, oh, time to cannonball to the right! Lara Croft. Ex-idiot. I don't know if I'm gonna make that. I generally don't know, but we'll give it a shot. No. It's purposely designed so we have to go on the left wall. That's why that's there. That's mean. That's really mean. I can't believe they do that. I mean, we haven't found the depths of this game's trolliness yet. I'm sure that'll happen far later on. Because it is still an old game after all, and I expect we're going to get the Rainbow Road Tick Tower, whatever it's called, in Mario 64. I mean, Mario Galaxy had its fair share of bullshit too. You remember the later challenge stars you had to do, like the purple coins and the timed levels? Nuh-uh. I'm good. I'll tan. I mean, you always got to have one of those in a Mario game, don't you? You always got to have a final challenge that is utter wank to get through. It wouldn't be a Mario game otherwise. Okay, I do believe those platforms are now moved. I can even see the crocodile getting ready to eat me. No. Game? No. Yeah, okay, no, they all require running jumps. I don't think it's timed. I think the game would tell me if it was timed, or make it like a ticking noise. Although, are we at that error? I mean, there's also a remastered version of the game, so I kind of hope there would be. It doesn't have a final fucking jump, you wanker! The one time I didn't hold down the walk button to go back, and she skips off the edge. That's how precise you need to be with the jumping here, chat. You can't make one single fucking mistake. It's like the Souls-like of jumping. Nah, that'll probably be Celeste. At least chapter 9, Celeste. They're showing my HP. Means there are enemies nearby. Oh, it's hieroglyphox. But why the hieroglyphox? Another secret. No, there's not. There's not a secret here. I mean, there is. Oh, wait, no, I think I see. We need to move the block onto one of these platforms and it'll open one of the doors. Lara, like, I don't want to do that. I feel like most of the time I don't want to climb this block. So I feel like the devs should have been a bit intuitive there and realized maybe the player wants to, you know, solve the puzzles. Oh! Instead of climb the block. Because you're more likely most of the time going to be pushing it, not climbing it. So make it so that you continuously push it, I guess. It's an interesting like conversation about how devs design a lot of their stuff in game, because like QA testing is one of the most important parts of a game in my opinion, because like you can design a game as good as you want, but unless someone else plays it, they're not going to realize some of the things that are potentially mistakes and things you just kind of overlooked because of how you play a video game. So when it comes to stuff like this, I would very much during a QA test say I kind of wish I could just push the block continuously and not climb it after one push, because I push blocks more than once most of the time. And I think as a dev, constructive criticism is so important. Like, I think most of the time when it comes to doing this stuff, the player isn't being mean about it. They're not being like, oh, this sucks. They're doing it to try and make the game better. Climb Lara, please. Thank you. And it leads to great things. Like, one of the things I read recently online was there was a complaint surrounding the UI in Resident Evil 9. Basically, in Resident Evil 9, it has both the suitcase and the Resident Evil 7 and /8 style inventory screens, where basically you kind of got like a small 9 grid, and then you get more inventory space as you go along. And it also has the suitcase from Resident Evil 4 in it for Leon, which is great. I'm glad they brought that back. But one of the complaints surrounding that in Resident Evil 9 is that they went with this kind of grey theme for all the items. Like, all the items are white, and there's no really color coding going on. And there was a good comment on that kind of spoke about the UI process and how back in Resident Evil 4, people liked the colored UIs, but more so they enjoyed the shape of the stuff, just so they can kind of recognize where stuff goes. And over time, Capcom have refined that to a point where they can kind of go for a minimalist approach. So they're not having to design all these different types of items that are all color-coded. Because at the end of the day, there are going to be people who are going to be colorblind, and there are going to be people who are not going to recognize the distinction between the colors. So just making it a gray shape, I think, works a lot better. Now, personally, I prefer it when the game actually has colored items. I love Resident Evil 4, how that's designed. I think it's my favorite inventory system in a video game. And they kept that in the remake, which was great. But I don't hate Resident Evil 9's design for the inventory. I do definitely think that my main criticism concerning Resident Evil 9 is its lack of being being unique, like trying something new. It very much takes a lot of stuff from Resident Evil 4, 2 Remake, and 8. And that's not necessarily about praise, because I do like how they paced Grace's and Leon's segments. But the thing for me with that game is I don't feel like I got a whole lot out of it. Because the first section is fantastic with Grace, but it kind of left more to be desired. I kind of wish that section was like the whole game, basically. Same with the Leon stuff, but I feel like Capcom know what they're doing. Because same with 8, they very much are taking certain types of horror, kind of meshing them together to see what people want. Every single game in their series is an experiment. So, people like Resident Evil 4, they love how it plays, well, that's great. We'll give you Resident Evil 4 Remake. People like Resident Evil 2, we'll give you Resident Evil 2 Remake. And now we're kind of reaching the point where Capcom are running out of things to remake, from the mainline games anyway. So they're going down the route of, okay, we'll remake Code Veronica, but completely change it, story-wise, potentially. And then we might also do Resident Evil 0 Remake, or even a Resident Evil 1 Remake, because that game hasn't been remade in a certain amount of time, and they've learned some lessons since then and made that game more engaging. And I'm hoping, with how poorly received, or not mixed, how mixed Resident Evil 3 was. Oh shit. We're about to fight a fucking Basilisk from Chamber of Secrets. What the fuck is this? I'm hoping that the Code Veronica remake will be as in-depth as the Resident Evil 4 remake was. Hey, oh, no you don't. We're getting that awesome music again. Lara! What the fuck's wrong with you? But no, I hope that Code Veronica remake is as in-depth as Resident Evil 4, just because I enjoy Resident Evil 4 a lot. And I like Code Veronica a lot too. I streamed that. One of the first games I streamed on my Twitch. And I had a heckin' good time of it. There's a seagull popping off outside. What are we doing, John Seagull? He's making the noises. La! Fuck's sake, man. Doesn't matter. She's just gonna keep sucking. Can you go in the water, please? Can you go in the... Ha ha ha! This looks important. Okay, what the fuck is this? This is a big area! Crocodile man! Are those centaurs? Are we gonna be fighting centaurs here? I mean, we are in the Greek tomb, so it makes sense for there to be centaurs. Except centaurs don't exist. So... back off, Mr. Crocodile. Oh, you can... Oh, no, game. That's right old mean. That is. I could barely see it. I don't know what you're doing right now, Lara, but get in here. I doubt the crocodile will have followed you in here, but let's just be careful anyway and unlock this. Oh, secret tunnel. Secret tunnel. Man, that's technically what this place is. Secret tunnel. To the Atlantean tomb. Woo! Is it called Atlantean? Woo! What do you mean? What the fuck is that? That's not a centaur. That's some fucking xenomorph shit. Am I using the right guns here? There we go. Lara, just fuck off. I held the button for her to jump left and she didn't right, she didn't do anything. Ow, 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 ow. Climb, Lara! Fucking climb the ledge, you twat! Oh god, they're both awake. Fuck me. Fuck me. Do I even need to kill these guys? Is that required? Okay, apparently I don't need to kill the centaurs. Well, that sounds great. I'm moving on. Bye-bye.
A little late for the prize giving, no?
Oh, it's really Pierre John Man, he's fucking here. John Man, finally I can fucking kill you. Finally, Le John Man becomes Le Wall Man. I did it! Okay, now what are we doing? Do I have to kill the centaurs? No, I don't think I do. That's great. I'm not doing that. I like living. Living is great. I'm so glad we finally killed John Man. He's never gonna show up again and be a right old twat. But Flower, are you gonna miss John Man? A little bit, actually. He was fun to have around. He actually gave me some fear when I encountered him because I knew I was gonna lose a bunch of HP because I was trying to climb a ledge when he showed up. I didn't know he was French. Le Pierre John Man. Oh, Lara! The centaurs are still trying to kill me, which is very funny. So I'm not going back out there. Unless I'm forced to, then I will kill them. I don't know if I can even do that though. I guess I could hide in the doorway and kill them. Because they can't. They don't seem to be able to get in here. Oh ho ho! Another medical pouch. I put that in there, and then a lovely door opens up, and John Man does not get to be alive anymore. That's great. That's wonderful. This would be the best place to end this episode, but we're not going to do it here. Oh, there's a cutscene. Oh shit.
Here lies Tehokan, one of the two just rulers of Atlantis, who even after the curse of the
You can read hieroglyphics, or not hieroglyphics. No, it is hieroglyphics.
In these barren other lands,
Why is there hieroglyphics in the Greek tomb?
and his knowledge has no heritage. Look over us kindly to Hoken.
Did they play the secret sound effect? Wow, I have no idea what this means. If I combine together the two nipples, I'll gain the knowledge of the entire world. Atlantis. Why would you want to go to Atlantis, Lara? Yeah, there's a third Scion, whatever they call it. The fuck is that? Is that like a lizard man? Who the fuck are these people? Oh, he stole them. And then he trapped someone. And then there was a meteor which crashed into the... I have no idea what the fuck's going on. I'm sure Wikipedia will explain it. Maybe you'll explain it, Lara? Oh, on a bike. That's cool. Oh, we don't actually get to be on the bike for much longer, though. Let me go and have a look at the plot, just so I can, like, understand what happened there. Let's just get this up, shall we? And, like, have a little look at it. So, to understand what happened there, let's put on the some investigation music, shall we? Lara finally kills... He's called Pierre! I think I did read that name somewhere, but I literally just called him Pierre Jean Man because I thought he was French. Lara finally kills him in the gun battle and acquires both his powerful magnum pistols and the second Scion piece he had taken from the pedestal, or the magnum. She proceeds into Hoken's resting... I apologize, I butchered that name. Where she finds both a sarcophagus and a mule standing, stating that Hoken was one of the two just rulers of Atlantis, indicating that Qualopec has also been Atlantean ruler, who was the first tomb we raided in this game. Lara proceeds to join the two pieces of science together and receives a vision of Atlantis' destruction. In it, she sees gruesome creatures and a mysterious figure being imprisoned after having the third and final piece of the Scion being taken from them and hidden in a tomb located in Egypt. Guided by the vision, Lara acquires a motorbike. Acquires it? Did she steal it from someone then? That implies she stole it. And travels to the lost city of Khamoon, an underground complex of ruins and tombs laden with traps. Okay, that's where we are right now, chat. We're in Egypt. Oh, do I end the episode here? I mean, it'll be a shorter one. No, we could do a bit more. This feels like death. Me doing this. This is death. Ow. So glad your man is gone. I'm gonna keep saying that, but generally it fills me with so much happiness. Leather. They've all got the same levers, so they were like old like pals, and they were mates because they all got the same levers. Or at least they had the same carpenter or engineer who knew what to do here. Oh wait, no, here we go. It's amazing how just sand can form structures. I think there's something a little bit freaky about it though. Like, just imagining the sand suddenly collapsing all around you and then being suffocated in the tomb. Like, Lara must not have claustrophobia, because if she did, she would never be able to go down into a tomb like this. Luckily, the tombs themselves haven't been, like, too claustrophobic, but I am betting when we get to the recent trilogy of games that, we're going to be starting to get into some claustrophobia stuff, because they're going to be more realistic. Which, in some ways, I am kind of looking forward to that, because I have heard at least the first two games are pretty good. But in other ways, I'm kind of sad, because like, I kind of like this kind of almost fantasy style they've gone for here. Like, that's one of the best things about these sorts of games. Same with Uncharted 2 is kind of the fantasy element. That part was kind of missing from 4. Like, 4 was surprisingly the most grounded of them all, and I know that's weird to say considering that 4 is like got pirates and shit in it, but like 1 has mutant people in it in like a lab. I don't know if it was a lab, but it was something akin to a lab, and people like being changed into monsters. I don't know if 2 had that. I know 2 had like the weird Lucasade shit with Atlantis, and I haven't played 3, surprisingly enough. I don't know if I will play 3. Maybe I will at some point. Probably on my own time, but I haven't played the 3rd one, and I have heard good things about it as well. That's the one with the plane, I think, the plane scene. But no, like even in Indiana Jones, like aliens, the devil in Temple of Doom. I haven't actually seen Dial of Destiny because I don't really care that much about legacy sequels. But I like the idea behind how time travel works in that movie, and how it's kind of like a certain place you need to be at a given period of time, and then you'll be sent back in time through that. Is that the Sphinx? What is the Sphinx doing underground? The Sphinx should be above ground. Okay, it's not the Sphinx, but it looks like the Sphinx. I was gonna look at the guide, you twat! Every single fucking time I go like look at a guide, like a monster appears. Ow! You're quite strong. Not strong enough for this, kitty cat. Generally, I saw its glowing eyes there and I thought it came back to life. Yeah. What is that? What is that? What the fuck is that? Oh, I did not like that. I did not like that at all. Fuck that. What the fuck is this game? Ah! Always do your best. What was that thing? It was mummified. It was a mummy. It was like a weird mummy raptor thing. Nuh-uh. I signed up for a lot of things when I played this game. Poor jumping being the main one. I'm not ready for what the hell that was. It was a monster, like a genuine like monster you would see in a horror movie. I'm guessing whatever happened with the Scions turned people into those weird monster things. I was literally just talking about mutants, and now here we are with mutant number 1. John Mutant. I'm not happy. No, I can't go up there. Am I going to the Sphinx? Try and not say that like sphincter flower, maybe. Always do your best. I was so scared there. I went into like my flight and fight response of like singing "Always do your best." Right. What is behind? What is inside of the Sphinx's anus? A lever a key that I do not have. There's a lot of things that I do not have right now, game. I got 2 Scions, but no progress. Just a lot of things that I can't access. Can't go through there. Can't do that. Oh, let me see if I can get it there from another location. I climb here. No, lava. Like, we're not on ice. We're on sand. Why are you so shit, Lara? Why are you so shit? Wait, hold on. Hold on. There could be something over here because the Sphinx's head doesn't go all the way back here. Oh shit! I found something. Okay, not a whole lot, but I found something. Shotgun shells. I can use it if a mummy shows up. Aha! Okay, no, we did have to go up here. That was a pretty well kept secret, game. I'm terrified. I don't want another mummy to show up. Why was it here? Okay, we can't all... Not all the graphics can be very good. That looks great in the remaster, though. I was gonna say those trees don't look as good in the remake, but I'm like insane because they look great. That looks amazing. The lighting is also a lot better, obviously. But this place is actually a little bit foreboding now and scary. There we go, lovely. I'm kind of glad that it was the key required for this. Oh! I thought that was going to be a lever. But levers go on. I tried to say let's go on, but I thought that I could use the word lever there, but it wasn't very good. No mummies, please. No mummies. No mummies. No mummies. I don't want my mummy. No thank you. No mummies. Still, I think one of my favourite mummies in fantasy / sci-fi was probably in that one episode of Doctor Who called The Mummy on the Orient Express. Basically, the way the mummy worked in that episode was a countdown would start when the mummy appears. I think it was like 66 seconds before... Basically, if it reaches the end of the countdown, the person it's targeting will die. And the core premise of the episode is the Doctor needs to kill this thing and find out what it is. Not kill it, but find out what it is before it kills everyone and gets to him. And I'm like, damn, that's such a cool concept for an episode. And I love seeing Doctor Who's take on iconic, dark universe monsters. Obviously, my favourite one is always going to be the Wolfman. I like werewolves and I like dragons. Those are my two favourite mythical creatures. But I do like the Frankenstein stuff. I haven't seen Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, but I have heard good things about it. It looks amazing, which is, kind of expected from Guillermo del Toro at this point. He put absolutely everything into that movie. Like, damn, I wish we had a good werewolf movie in the last 10 years or so. I feel like we have really been starving for that. Like, we had a bunch of great ones in the 80s and the 90s, but nowadays it's kind of hard to get. I guess there was the special presentation from Marvel, Werewolf by Night, which was great. But that's all I can really think about. That kind of comes to my mind. Okay, I can hear something eating. Obviously, I'm also of the same mind about dragons. That's why my favourite expansion in... Well, not my favourite expansion. One of my favourite expansions in 14 is Heaven's Sword because it's got plenty of dragons. Oh! How did I survive that? How the fuck did I survive that? This place sucks. I don't want to be here anymore. Why was there even a boulder there? Oh, what is this? For once, I want there just to be like a, I don't know, a piano or something. Like something nice in a tomb like this. I think that didn't try and kill me. Ooh. Hiding any goodies down here? the only thing they're hiding is a delicious secret tunnel through the sand. I don't know how the sand text is down here. I don't think they know how sand works. I mean, you have sandstone, I guess, which is technically sand. Ooh. Stop! I was enjoying the nice music. You fuck climb. Jesus Christ! Yeah, you don't like it when you get bit, do you? By my balls! Fuck! I'm like that guy from the Jaws movie. Laura, please. There we go. Okay, what's this? What's the trick here then, game? I thought there's some cool hieroglyphics. So obviously, when this game came out on the PS, oh, not the PS, the PS1 and PS4, when this game came out, all of these graphics for the walls, they weren't as in depth as this, and that's an interesting thing to think about because you think about the devs and what they would have to do to try and recapture what the original devs were trying to achieve with the architecture here, because the architecture here tells a story, right? So they're not only, you know, remaking all the assets and how everything looks to upscale it, but they'll also like have to try and keep the story in and keep that definition in. I mean, that's really fascinating and kind of a hard thing to do as a dev, is maintain the original message when it comes to redesigning everything. Like, one of the things I like about the Silent Hill 2 remake is there's a lot of spelling errors when it comes to some signs in town. But despite this, the devs, Bloober, still knew that they should just not change it, because while that might have not been the devs' original intent, it's what kind of adds the charm to those games. That they were a bit clunky, and that there were actual people behind them making it. And I think for me, when it comes to kind of analysing it in that way, I can't really think of, you know, a harder task as a person remaking a game is keeping the original game's atmosphere. Let me just work out where I'm going here. Okay, I'm so far forward. No, I am going the right way. Lovely jubbly. Also, apparently I missed a secret. Oh well. Like, I've got, as long as I've got plenty of health and med packs, as long as I got plenty of burritos, I'm fine. I don't need infinite health. Like, we're good on that regard. Why did the camera do that? Okay, that didn't sound very good. Did that raise the water level? You're not going to take one of these vases with you, Lara? Or do you only care about the final prize? Oh. So I can go over there now. That block has moved. And I can see into the Sphinx chamber over there. That's where we are. I mean, I can't bring the block over here, though. Oh, wait, no, that's not what I'm doing. I am bringing the block over there, but just in a slightly different way. Right, well, let me go push this block, I guess. Block pushing montage, go! I probably will forget, but let's do it anyway. Right, and then I'm going to make this jump up here. Let's do it. Yeah! There we go, lovely. I love when a plan comes together. It's good I can't push these blocks off the edge. Let me see if I can. Let's see if I can sequence bait the game by doing that. I hope not, but let's just see. Whoa! 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 Flower said calmly. Right, well, I did say I was going to use the shotgun on him, and he very lovely got himself ready for me. So, I mean, I can't resist any longer. I gotta shoot him with my shotgun. I mean, what else am I gonna do? Not shoot him with my shotgun? Ha! Time to die, motherfucker. Time to eat lead. Okay, well, I hate this. Oh, no! Why do you have to make that noise? Okay, let me save after pushing the block. Just so we don't have to push the block every single time to try and kill this guy. We should also try and just run into the room. I think that'll be our best chance of actually killing him. Let's do that. Save. Go in here. Grab the shotgun. Sorry, but I don't want to be a mummy. Good one-liner, Flower. What's the point in this room? Oh, lever. They're awful. They're generally awful. I don't know what they are, but I hate them. Aha! Well, I know what that is. We can push the block a bit more, as we just found out. Is there another one? I heard that noise, game. Is there another one? That wasn't me making that grunting noise. Oh, lava, that was very close to the edge. I didn't think you were going to make it. Is he up here waiting for me? Okay. I thought I was going to hit that ledge, but it was invisible. Good to know. Okay, I generally thought I was going to fall off that time, though. I was like, yeah, that's it. That's all she wrote for Lara Croft. Oh my god, okay. Holding your Indiana Jones inspirations on your sleeve right now, I see. Can I even do anything with this? Okay, never mind. I'm sorry, game. I didn't mean to be mean. I didn't mean to be mean. I'm sorry. Well, we can't get that because we missed it. Is that a smiley face? I don't think a smiley face was a hieroglyph. Hieroglyphics, whatever it's called. A hieroglyph. Maybe it was. No, I mean it is on there. Again, this is what I love about this because they had to actually translate the actual hieroglyphs as how they look from the original game to how they actually look in real life. It's wonderful. It's really cool. I do enjoy the smiley face a lot. He's amazing. Okay, how do I get down here without dying? Boom, 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 boom. Woo! Nice. Job, Lara. We've come so far. Like, I can imagine myself, like, at the beginning of the game, struggling on to do a single running jump, and now look at us. We're amazing. We're so great. Medical burrito? Don't mind if I do. Okay, I really do not want to fall down here because that's going to be a lot of progress lost. And by a lot, I mean 2 minutes. Okay. I don't know why that happened. Right. Okay, well. Reposition myself. I do like the going down mega part of like the climbing here. Like going down into a room we've already been to. But there is the fear of if I fail these jumps, I'm going to have to redo everything. Obviously, I have the power of save stating, so that isn't a problem. So I was told something interesting, by the way, about how this game which needed saving. In the original, obviously, they didn't have the save stating, as you might expect. It was not a concept back then. Or maybe it was, but it had a very similar thing to Resident Evil 1, apparently. Which was, Resident Evil 1's save stating was... or saving was using ink ribbons. In this game, you find little journals, which allow you to save. They are consumables. So, in this game, you had a limited amount of saving, and you had to actually find it. Very akin to Resident Evil 1 in that respect. Also, apparently there's a little secret in this room. Yeah, but that is one of the saving graces of the remaster. And wait! That's the wrong gun, Lara. Wait, if I hold down the... No, okay, I thought if I held down the A button, Lara actually does shoot them, but no, that's not how that works. Apparently there is like a little secret around here somewhere. Oh, they're over here. Okay. I love the secret sound effect. Right, apparently, I can now go around the cat statue. And there was a way to get down there. That is not an option right now. Oh no. Have I missed a lever that allows me to do this? You son of a bitch, game. What lever did I miss? Oh, it was all the way up in the mirror room. Right, I'll see you guys in a second when I go and get the lever and flip it. Ah! Right, it's done. We did it. I might have fallen at the end, but I have plenty of healing to deal with it. Okay, here we go. Ow! I mean, I could have avoided taking the damage there if I'd, looked down maybe, but looking down in this game is surprisingly hard to do, despite, abilities. Okay, down. Oh, no! Where does... Oh, no! Oh, great. I guess that's my punishment for being impulsive. The longer I record an episode, chat, the more impulsive I get. I decided to record a bit more today since I want to go into 3 PM, which means I got another 15 minutes more to record. But, oh, I know it doesn't matter because I still failed, didn't I? Because this game works by Elden Ring jump logic. I took more damage than I needed to. Well, the good news is... Oh, no! Fuck! Oh, because I saved before... doing the lever! Oh, yes. You might be like, Flower, why would you already leave him before you did the lever? Because I'm stupid. Get used to it. Get used to me being stupid. Because that's how I roll. That's how I do things around here. If you don't like it, you gotta deal with it. You gotta deal with it. Lara Croft. He loves to annoy me. He loves to make me annoyed. Okay, well that is not possible. That jump is just not possible. Yeah, I did it before, so it definitely is possible. Right, so we want to be on the corner here. So we can go down and not take any damage. There we go. If I go down that way, I just die. Good. So I don't think I could avoid those spikes, because you can't do a diagonal jump when you're on the ramp. What I want to do is go this way. Okay. Magnum. Delicious magnums. I guess he's putting that in her backpack. Fucking hell, Lara. Being as impulsive as I am right now. Is there a secret down that way, I wonder? Like past the spike room? Also, apparently there was a switch here, which I couldn't even see before. Fucking hell. Lower, please. Lower, please. Begging you. The camera is not my friend right now. Oh. I mean, I have a feeling I want to go through there, but also I can also hear some kiddies down below. Wow! The single best camera I've ever had in this game, maybe. Oh, shit. Calm down, Tomb Raider. We have found the best use of camera in a video game. Okay, I need to go down this ledge. You can flee, but you can't hide. There we go. Lovely jubbly. We open up that trapdoor above, but let's continue going this way for now, because the guide says to do that, and I'm going to listen to the guide. I trust it. It's got nice little pictures too. The guide is surprisingly damn good for this game. Like, it has pictures, it's nicely highlighted for secrets and items, and also enemies, and you can choose between going into picture mode and guide mode. Like, what the fuck? Some of my favorite games don't have guides as good as this. Oh, down. Oh, there's more! There's more! Lower, 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 lower! Are you having a joke right now? How are you still alive? There. How are you still alive? Rio. They made more of them appear. Well, at least we get a nice giant medical pouch out of this so we can get rid of all the damage we just took. Doesn't matter though, because I've already taken the damage. So it's superfluous. I mean, I guess I get my HP back. Thank you for doing that, game. It's very kind of you. Oh, I like the moth on this stone block. That's quite nice to look at. God, I wish the camera would go right behind her, but the game just would not give me any of that. It's because I'm not close enough. What was that noise? Oh, more! Oh, yes! I didn't have enough cats when I was down there. Now I'm a crazy cat lady, apparently. I'll have the shotgun shell. You can't avoid me. Wait, I'm gonna have no idea if I've killed them. No, you don't go back into your hiding space, you cowards! God! This is shit! I hate the camera in this game! Okay, there we go. I can just, if I hold LB, the camera's closer to her, which is what the game should do when I'm trying to shoot like this. What's that? I saw that. There was a path up there. Miss Croft, can we not? I hope that she's as annoying in this game as she is going to be in the remake. Because I want to see that. I want Lara Croft not being likable. That's the best part of Lara Croft. Like, I can't wait for when that game comes out and people are going to be like, oh! Fuck! No! No, no. No, no. Get out of it, turn to meat. Honestly, one of the scarier parts of that guy is the fact that he just turns into meat when he dies. What is this room? Is this a giant square room? Great tomb design here, guys. No notes. Just, wow. Great tomb. You put a lot of work into this giant square tomb, didn't you? Wait, I do enjoy me a good square tomb. They should have called this Square Tomb Raider. Key. That's what I like to see. Oh, in the guide? Okay, this is crazy. So in the guide, they have a little mind map here, or before you enter the mummy room, and they show you what triggers him. So if you go through it in a certain way, you can avoid triggering the mummy. But the thing is, I've got a shotgun, so it's fine. Like, they're not that hard to kill. Maybe in the original game they were far more annoying, but they're not that bad here. Right. I've done that. And now we want to leave, I guess. Damn, we got 2 levels done in 1 episode. That's pretty good. Okay, I got very confused there. I thought I was still in the same square room as the mummy, but no, I'm not. Ooh, okay. Almost walked off there, didn't we, Lara? Let's not do that. The camera, like, whips in front of her, too. It's really annoying, for fuck's sake, Lara. I don't know what that did. Something, probably. It sounded like sand moved. Let's go back to the room with the... Yeah, looking at the guide, it says we need to go back to the room with the sapphire key, or we got it, so... Let's do that. I thought we were going to go back into the room with the Sphinx, but I guess not. Felt like a lot more was going to happen there. Especially with that one platform with the 4 gems in it. Maybe we'll come back later. We can do something with it. Well, to be fair, we haven't actually gone back on anything yet. Ah! Yeah, sure, to survive that. I don't know how we survived that, but we did. Okay, that was mean. I just walked off to my death. Jesus. Lara! Lara, what are we doing? Are you just controlling yourself now at this point? Climb the ledge. Just because the camera keeps fucking killing me. We did it! Nice. So, according to the guide, this is also going to be the first time we end an episode in the new level. According to the guide, we have 5 levels left at this point. So, I'm going to say probably 3 episodes left of this game, maybe 4. Depending on if we get like a level done at each episode. We've got 2 levels done here. And I'm betting the final level is probably just going to be a boss. But also, there is the fact that maybe... the levels could get longer, but we'll see. It's worth noting that the first 2 like tombs are also longer. The last one we were in had 5 levels, the one before that had 4, and the next 2 only have 3 each. So, chat, I'll see you all for more Tomb Raider Lara Croft. The game's getting spooky now, and there's scary things going on. I don't know if we'll get Atlantis next time. Probably just be an Egyptian episode, but we'll see. I hope you all enjoyed. Ciao for now, chat, and I'll see you in Lara's Polygon Pits next time.